your cannabis fitness trainer, and today's workout is all about strengthening, toning, and sculpting your value. So for an example, sometimes with our health, we can have some health issues that come up that are like, hey, it's really hard for me to get a grip on this and overcome it. And so at that time we can feel that we're unworthy of being healthy. And so it's really important that when you are having those feelings of feeling unworthy of your health, to strengthen them, to tone them, to sculpt those feelings. And what better way to do it than actually doing it, actually moving your body and getting healthy and feeling good, generating those good feelings. So that's what we're focusing on today on Lit Fit Live. I have some Harleys in here. I got on my packs this morning. It's a nice, again, 1-to-1 ratio of CBD and THC. Hey Samantha, good to see you, girl. Good to see your little picture thing. So anyways, yeah, I'm using some Harleys in this morning. I actually made a cannabis infused topical that I'm going to be using for body work tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday at Laudermilk and Vanderbilt. But all that stuff's on my website. Check it out, mindbodyphysique.com. And if you guys are still like, what do I give somebody for Christmas that inspires their value, their worth, and helps them tone and sculpt it really naturally? Check out all my ebooks online. I got some really cool workout ebooks, a How to Move Your Body masterclass, and cannabis fitness training. So lots of little stocking vegetable stuffers in there for you or your loved ones. And if you guys have any weights by you today, definitely grab those. If you don't have weights, grab some cans or some water bottles. We're going to be strengthening today, but just lightly. Oh man, my packs died. It's one of those days. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with our warm-up today. And we're going to be sitting on the back of our heels with our toes tucked, so if you can see that. Tuck those toes. Come here for a moment and just close your eyes. Feeling into your toes, into your heels, your knees, your quads, your hips, your shoulders, and all the way on up to your eyeballs and then the top of your head. Really just filling your body here. Take a couple of deep inhales and exhales. Emptying that space and then refilling it with every breath. If you need to readjust your toes, do that, but really waking up the feet here by just holding this position, this foot position. A couple more breaths. Feeling into that stretching sensation, allowing you to stretch your mind so that you can embrace more value into your life, more of your health, more of your abundance, and actually feeling it today here in your body. It's one of those good ways to do it. Let's go ahead, open those eyes, untuck those toes, and then just kind of tap the tops of the feet on the ground. Loosening up the tops of the feet, and then bring those legs out in front of you. Let's go ahead now, we're going to flex and then point our toes. Again, waking up those feet, now feeling more into our calves, maybe the back of the hamstrings even, maybe in the hips here it's a little funky to sit. Couple more coming into your breath. Then we're going to go a little bit deeper into this. feet flexed. And I want you to reach over to your right big toe, your right mini toe. Come back to the center, and then reach over to your left little toe. Keep those feet flexed. And let's just move and groove here, loosening up the low back, loosening up those hamstrings, and even more into those feet. Sometimes it's a really tough position to keep those feet flexed, but just try it a couple more. The neck is whatever feels good here. Maybe you want to do a little opening as you come back, and then a little extension as you come forward, or a little flexion and an extension. Just whatever feels good here. Good, last one. Now, point those toes, and we're gonna reach towards the center of our toes, and then I want you to come back and just open up your heart. And then come in towards those toes, plant those hands, open up your heart. Kind of moving like a wave here, letting that self-worth fill you from your toes to your heart. Are not feeling it as well. I'm gonna change it in just a minute. Got a mix going on. Last one here, open up your heart. Good, bring that chin back to neutral. Take a little stretch, take a little thing of water, sip of water, change up the song. Okay. So now that we have opened and loosened the back of our body, let's do that from the front of our body. So come on down into your belly. So this is more the stretching, toning, strengthening. You know, I'm always blending it all together. Press those hands into the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. And then I want you to open up. As far as you feel comfortable with, squeezing your booty while still keeping your feet on the floor, and then roll it on down. Let's do that a couple of times. Opening up our heart and also strengthening our low back. A little pressure on our hands. Maybe you want to add some more movement into this today by looking over that shoulder. Alternating opposite shoulder. Let's go. A little work in the arms, waking up those arms. Some work in that low back. Some mobility in our cervical spine. Let's go one more to right side, one more to left side. Good. Coming back to the center here. Take those arms out in front of you. Bring those fingertips on up to the sky. And then we're going to flutter kick our feet. So let's bring our feet up a couple inches off of the ground. And then let's go ahead and flutter them. Neck is wherever feels comfortable, and then maybe you want to lift those arms up. Ooh. Maybe you want to bring them in sync. Maybe you want to do out of sync. Go wherever you're at. 3, 2, 1. Plant those hands underneath the chest. Push back to a child's pose. Next, inhale. Come back down onto your belly. Let's go ahead and we're going to take our left arm out in front of us. Our right knee is going to hike up. And then we're going to push with our right arm. We're going to take a nice big stretch, looking over that shoulder. Maybe that right hand wants to open up to go into a deep twist. It might be too early for that, so play around with your knees. support my neck too, because my neck is still waking up. Good. Coming back to the center. Extend both of those arms and legs, and then we're going to switch sides. That left knee hikes up, that right hand pushes into the mat, opens you up like a can opener. And then find your groove. Again, maybe you want to support the neck here. Maybe you want to add some circles into it. Find what feels good for you. Find what is going to increase your sensation of feeling good in your body. And it's going to look a lot different than what I'm doing usually. Because we're all different, right? Couple more wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. The idea here though is opening up the chest, using that breath, getting that nice deep spinal twist. Good. Come back to the center. Push yourself on up to a high plank. Holding in that belly, squeezing those heels back. Let's take 3 breaths here. Feeling your fingertips and your toes. One more breath. Good. Now let's go ahead and roll to the right side of our plank. Reach the arm on up, lift those hips up. And then if it feels good for you, come back to the center. Switch sides. So we're trying to strengthen our spine here. Nice and tall. Opening up through our heart and our hips. Making us feel confident in our love. Let's go. Maybe you want to go a little bit quicker. Maybe you want to lift that top leg. It's up to you. 10 more seconds here. Woo, one more each side. Let's do it. Yes. Come back to that plank. Hold it for one more breath. And then come on down. Find a nice yummy child's pose. Come on up. Grab water if you need it. Grab cannabis if you need it. And then definitely grab your weights. Hopefully you guys are feeling warmed up out there. By the way, 7th day of Lit Fit today. Be on the lookout for that. If you haven't done any of them yet this week, or last week, excuse me, check it out. It's a nice little flow. It's fun. Yesterday we did freestyle dance moves. Like, come on. Grab those weights. And we're going to come into a low lunge. So take that right knee out in front of you. Your left knee is just nice on the ground. Toes untucked. And then we're going to play around with our stability, our core, and our hips. We're going to drive that right arm over to the left as our hips go to the right. Come back to the center. Left arm goes to the right. Hips go to the left. And then we're alternating. So this is going to challenge your stability through your ankles, stability through your core, your coordination. Find your groove. I'm going to be here for about another 20 seconds. So again, opening up that spine, using that belly, using your breath, having fun with it, even if you're wobbly. That's where we want to be. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. lift up through that back knee. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna be lifted here. Let's go. Hips go to the left, arm goes to the right. Boom, switch it. Great for building that inner and outer thigh strength. That body awareness. Oh yeah. Let's go, 2 more. Good, last one. Step it forward, find a forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, you're gonna step back now with your right leg. Bring that right knee down to the floor. Your left foot is planted. Weights come back on up towards your shoulder. Let's go, ebb and flow those hips. Opposite side now. Let's go, going into that sculpting, that strengthening, that toning. And just giving yourself credit for being here, showing up, moving your body in weird ways is gonna help it feel better in non-weird ways. You know what I'm saying? Getting through that awkwardness. It's awkward, but it's so sweet on the other side, especially with your body and with movement. It's very empowering. Let's go, a couple more. Get those hips going, don't let the hips stop. Good. Come back to the center. We're gonna now lift up through our back leg. You're in a high lunge stance here. And then same idea, let's go. Keep it low, sway those hips. And don't worry about how much you're reaching. Just go within your range of motion where you're feeling wobbly, but you're not constantly falling. Okay? Just that nice little side to side. Three, 2, 1. Take a forward fold, step it forward, drop through the head, neck, and the shoulders. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, we're gonna come on up. We're gonna find a chair pose. Sweep those arms down. Bring those weights in towards your heart. From this chair pose, we're gonna keep it low and we're gonna rotate and step. So step out with that right leg, rotate, maybe open up those arms. Come back to the center, step with your left leg, open it up. And then find your groove. Really getting those legs going, that booty burning. Still working that core and that coordination. Arm reaches up as the other arm reaches down. Couple more, keep going. Good. Forward fold. Leave those weights on the ground and then slowly roll on up. Reach those arms all the way on up. Hands come down to your heart. Hopefully your guys' heart rate is feeling really good from that last one. Pretty sure we're gonna come back to that one, but I can't guarantee you. Let's go ahead now. We're gonna play with some more mobility through our torso, through the movement of our lower limbs. Let's go ahead, we're gonna step opposite side rotation. So you're gonna make a T with your feet here. As you step to the opposite side rotation, your hips are gonna naturally go to the left, okay? As your hips go to the left, I want you to rotate and reach to your right. And then you're gonna come back out of it. Maybe go onto a single foot. I like that. And then step back into it. Find that opening. Almost like you're like swinging a golf club or a tennis racket, or you're just looking back at it. Let's go working on our stability here, our mobility through our hips, our coordination. Ooh, really challenging on that balance for me. I like it. Let's go. 4 more. Last 2. Good, and come back to the center. So if you're like, damn, that was weird, it's exactly where I want you to be. All right? This out of sync motion where your hips go one way and your shoulders go another way. Super good for building that connection of allowing your body to do that when it needs to do that. All right? So we're just practicing it, basically. You're gonna take your left foot, you're gonna step opposite side rotation, find that little squat, that lunge, that low through those legs, and then you're gonna swing to the opposite side. And then come out of it, come on up to that single leg if you can, and then go back into it. And you might feel it all the way down into your ankle, and that's wonderful. Definitely building some mobility through your foot and ankle is so good for the rest of your biomechanics, for the rest of your chain. Again, just make it feel good. It's awkward, it's weird, but man, you can still make it good, right? Last one here. Good. Grab those weights. Let's go back into that second round of the chair pose with the alternating lateral squats and the rotations. Maybe you'll even go a little bit deeper this time now that we did some mobilization through the hips. Come on down to your chair pose, and let's go ahead, step left, keep it low, and then reach it, rotate it, and switch it. You're just adding a little pulse here. Just find that momentum to work them glutes. And neck is where it feels good for you. I'm going a little bit deeper into that rotation, looking up at that hand, but find what feels good for you. Got one more here. Boom. Grab some water. Hi, Jim. Cool, we got a couple more minutes here. I think Samantha's still hanging in there with us. Hey, girl. Alrighty, guys. Take those toes, internally rotate them. We're really gonna sculpt through those hips and through those glutes today. If you want to grab your weights, do that. Yeah, grab those weights like that. We're here. Let's go ahead and we're gonna curl it in and stand up nice and tall. Open up through your chest and then tuck it all in. Come down nice and low. Curl it. Open it up. at your own flow. But the idea here is you want to open up, reach back, and then you want to fold it all in. Let that low back round, okay? And then push up as you're internally rotating through those toes, open up. Let's go a couple more. And we're going to switch it up. Good, last one. Nice. Now you're going to take your toes, externally rotate them. You're going to flip your palms now opposite, so they're going to be facing you. And you're going to come down for a nice deep squat. And as you come up, you're going to reverse curl it. You know, I feel like this is too basic. I feel you. It's out of step. Alternate that step. I feel like I'm good being basic today. Go for it. What feels basic for you might not feel basic to the person next to you if you're doing it with someone. Let's go. You know what I mean. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those toes externally rotated and drop down. Take a nice deep stretch. And then come on up with a nice long spine. We're going to take our right foot anterior. Our left foot's going to be neutral. We're going to go back to that first motion that we worked on today. You're going to come down into a squat / lunge, and then once you shift your hips to the right, as that arm goes up, shift your hips to the left, and then come up. And repeat, come down, swing the hips to the right, to the left. That should feel nice and juicy. Working our hips, our arms, our coordination, our ankles, all that good stuff. Let's go a couple more. It's not about how many you can do, but it's about how good each quality is. Cool. That means it's 12:30. Let's go ahead and hit the opposite side, and then we'll be finishing up here on the chin line. So left foot's anterior, right foot's neutral. Come down for that lunge, and then hit those hips to the left, swing the arm up, hit those hips to the right. Come on up. And let those ankles pronate, supinate. They're naturally going to roll to the outside and to the inside, and then the inside and the outside, right? It's really feeling into your feet, into your ankles, your knees, your hips, and I guarantee you'll work everything. So as long as you're feeling it. And if you're not, find somewhere that you are. Find a motion that does make you feel it. Couple more. Last one. Good. Come on up. Take those toes together. Find one more forward fold here. Drop through the head, neck, and the shoulders. And then coming down to your knees, keep those toes tucked just like we started at the beginning of class. Bring those arms out, and let's do a little eagle pose. Crossing your right elbow over your left, and then maybe grasping those hands if you can. And we're just going to roll in a couple of times. Roll out and open. right here. Take those eagle arms over to the left, over to the right. Just 3D in them, you know. Good, keep those eagle arms and let's go frontal plane. Keep those toes tucked. Probably feels a lot better than it did earlier. 2, 1, good. Uncross those eagle arms. Untuck those toes. Still come sitting here in hero's pose with me. And then we're gonna switch our top arm. So our left arm's gonna go over right. Find that little grasp if you can. And then we're gonna tuck it in, anterior, posterior, in the sagittal plane. Good, let's try to rotate it now. Bringing those elbows back to neutral. Over that left shoulder, over that right shoulder. You might not go far, and that's fine. But you are getting some nice mobility through the shoulder, through the thoracic. Good, and let's hit the frontal plane. Let's go side to side with those eagle arms. Nice. Come back to the center. Untuck those arms. Shake it out. And that's today's Lit Fit Live Sesh. Strengthening, toning, and sculpting your value, your worth. Super simple, just through your body of just showing up and doing it, even when you feel like you're not. So nice job. Sam, if you're still out there, nice job. Yay. And I hope you guys all have a really good Christmas. I will see you guys on Monday. And remember, 7th day Lit Fit. Check out the 12 days of Lit Fit. You can win a high and healthy t-shirt, a customized fitness program, and a Lit Fit planner. And yeah, just repost it. Video of you doing one of the days. You can do all 12 days multiple times. And aw, thanks Sam. Thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Stay high, stay healthy, and I'm a Lit Fit.